Hello! In this tutorial, I'll show you how to use Rufus to flash both Linux and Windows onto a USB drive, and how to bypass some of Windows 11's stricter requirements along the way. First, let's get Rufus. Head over to rufus.ie, that's the official site. Scroll down to the Downloads section. You'll see a few versions listed here. If you're not planning to use it often, just grab the portable version. It runs without needing to be installed. There's also a 32-bit version, that's x86, and one for ARM for those of you using a Snapdragon-powered laptop. After downloading the portable version, find it in your files and run it. If Windows asks for permission, click Yes. When Rufus opens, you'll see a drop-down menu at the top. That's where your USB drive should appear. If it's not showing up, right-click the Start menu and go to Disk Management. If your USB drive appears like this, with a black bar on top, that means it's unallocated. Just right-click it and press Format, then it should show up in Rufus. Let's start with Linux. If you're here for Windows, feel free to skip ahead to the timestamp on screen. First, select the preferred ISO file. Below that is the partition scheme. If the target system has Windows installed, you can find out which scheme it uses by pressing Windows R and typing msinfo32. Here, under BIOS mode, it says either UEFI for GPT or Legacy for MBR. If the system already runs Linux, well, honestly, by now, you should probably already know your partition scheme. You can also change the volume label if you like. It just helps with clarity sometimes. Then, you can choose the file system and cluster size. I would recommend leaving it as it is, unless you want to use a different file system or know for sure what size most of your files will be. Now, click Start. You'll need to choose ISO or DD mode. In most cases, ISO mode works fine. If it doesn't, just go back and try DD instead. And here's what it looks like if you pick the wrong one. Once you've chosen, click OK to begin. It will take around 10 to 15 minutes. And if you're planning to flash multiple ISOs to a single USB, consider checking out Ventoy. Now, let's move on to flashing Windows. First, you'll need to download the Windows ISO. On Microsoft.com, you'll have to select Windows 11 x64. It's the only version available anyway. Choose your language, wait for Microsoft to verify your request, and then you can download it. It's a large file, over 5 GB, so it might take a while. Once it's downloaded, open Rufus and click Select to choose your Windows ISO file. Below, you'll see the partition scheme. GPT is the modern standard. It's been used on most machines since somewhere between 2010 and 2012. If you're installing on a relatively new machine, GPT is usually the right choice. You can set a custom volume label if you want, but it won't affect functionality. For Windows, the file system must be NTFS, so you won't be able to change that. Leave the cluster size as it is and click Start. Here's where Rufus becomes really helpful. It gives you options to bypass some of Windows 11's requirements. You can remove requirement for over 4 GB of RAM, Secure Boot, and TPM 2.0, which is what prevents most systems from upgrading. You can also skip the Microsoft account requirement, create a local account, and carry over regional settings. And if you want more privacy, Rufus lets you disable most of Microsoft's data collection. There's also an option to prevent automatic device encryption if that's something you want to avoid. Before Rufus starts, you'll get a warning that all data on the USB drive will be erased. So if you haven't backed it up yet, now's the time. Once you're ready, click OK, and the process will begin. It'll probably take more than 10 minutes. You can even check Disk Management to see that it has already changed the partitioning of the USB drive. Now we just have to wait. That's it. Once it's done, you could open your USB drive in File Explorer to see that some files have been written. If something doesn't work on your system, feel free to leave a comment below. Otherwise, good luck installing your OS.